Okay, greetings.
Black Openum Lion TV. What's up, y'all? With Shabakas Black experience in hands. Y'all know what time it is. The People's Show, the People's Network, giving you more when you lay your hands on that radio phone. Yours truly, the Black Openum Lion. I'll be here, Lord willing, Saturdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. and Shabaka's Black Experience in Hands, Tuesdays, 9 p.m. So contribute to the People's Show, the People's Network, so we can keep it coming to y'all. Black Powerful.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the special edition from Oakland, California, and all across the country of Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The air date of this episode is November the 12th, 2025, if I got it correct. We got Dynamite on the other side of the world there in North.
Go ahead, Jesse. Brother Paris in the house.
I'm saying it's November 18th.
Okay, it's not
Tuesday, November 18th. Thank you for tuning in. Go ahead, Shabaka.
Okay, yeah, okay. I stand corrected. Tuesday, November 18th, 2025. I'm coming to you here from Oakland, California tonight, the birthplace of the Blacc Panther Party. Okay, we got our man Dynamite there on the east side, and we got
Gotham City.
Okay, and we got our man there, Brother Che and Kruma, coming to us there from the Rocky Mountains, Mile High City. So, in other words, you know, we're having an open mic discussion from what I understand. Okay, but the main thing that's going on in the news is this Giselle Maxwell woman and these files by Epstein. So, from what I understand, they got a whole lot of clandestine stuff that's going on to prevent these files from being exposed. And Giselle Maxwell, you know, is supposed to be having some information in regarding to the Orange Man and Epstein.
That would be Ghislaine Maxwell.
Ghislaine, okay, yeah.
She was his co-conspirator. She's in prison right now, and she's putting out a plea to Trump for a clemency, or for him to do like he did.
Eric Adams.
Yeah, well, not a pardon, but a commencement of sentence. What do you call that?
Commuting the sentence.
Right.
So
So she's asking
okay.
for that. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we got one crook pardoning and giving clemency to other crooks. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's all crooked. Okay, I'm not surprised, not in the
Well, he
least.
haven't given it to her yet, but it's like,
It's in the works. It's in the works.
it's not like it's off the table, Huh. He didn't
Exactly.
say he didn't say, oh, by no means. Well, he actually tried to play it off. Well, I'm gonna try
Right.
to find that clip. Trump said, what's the name again? Like he didn't know. Come on, the girl should have
Exactly.
said the girl that was bringing them girls to you. That girl, that one.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
her
Yeah.
now, right?
Yeah. Exactly. You see, and however, it just goes to show us we have stated over for the last few months is that the country has gone morally bankrupt. All these politicians are in it lining their own pockets. You know what I mean? Same thing with the healthcare industry, you see. And the thing is that is that the current administration regime or whatever what you wish to address it as, everybody's getting paid, deals under the table, backward out of sight deals, backroom deals and what have you. And these black politicians are perhaps even worse. Okay, your Eric Adams, your Brandon Johnsons, your Karen Basses, your Kamala Harrises.
This runway is your future. Headed home. I'm
Yeah.
Christina, United States.
Yeah, okay. Now I'm hearing advertisement back here.
I think that's the clip he was trying to play.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that. They slipped one in on us. I was trying to get to something I'm queuing up. Let me see.
Okay.
It's playing now, Dynamite.
But I'm gonna queue it up and then I'll bring it up when we're done. When y'all.
Okay. And then yeah.
So you forgot the episode number and the season. So this
Oh
is
my.
season 10.
Yeah.
So 52. This is the finale for season 10. So after this, we'll be moving into season 11.
Okay.
Enhance.
Okay. Wow.
2 weeks in
And
a
then
year. A season is a year.
Right.
In terms of a show. So
okay. Yeah. So we're in season 10 now for 10 years.
The last episode of season 10.
Okay.
2.
Okay. So that's 10 years on Shabaka's Black Experience in hand. So, and what's that there in about season 6 for Front Line Blacc News?
Yeah, we'll be moving into season 6 of Front Line Blacc News.
Okay, so all together combined, that's 17 years.
Yeah.
And then we've been dealing with Dynamite going on, what is it now, 2 to 3 years, Dynamite?
Yeah.
2021, 2020, 2021.
Yeah. Okay, so all together with these combined platforms, we basically have an cumulative total of 20 years.
Yeah.
Okay. All righty. And then, of course, everybody's responsible for their own statements. If we disagree, please let us disagree agreeably. And then, of course, the moral standards that you have now here with Donald Duck, which is none. You know what I mean? The man is a 35-count convicted felon. And the last time I was up here in Berkeley on Alcatraz Avenue, you had a perfect view of Alcatraz Island. Now, Donald Duck, when are you going to move into the proper place that you belong called the federal penitentiary? Now, you can have Alcatraz Island is worn down, the water pipes is rusted, you know what I'm saying? Actually, Donald Duck is downright uninhabitable. And I'm of the opinion, sir, that this is where you should be serving your second administration on top of a few years. Okay, now, you convicted of 34 counts. Was he convicted of federal crimes, gentlemen, to the best of your knowledges and recollections?
Let me ask Gemini.
Okay. If he was convicted of violating federal laws, then Alcatraz Island, Donald, is the place where you should be hosting your second regime. Now, you can still be the president. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, Donald Duck, I don't hate you, man. You just stating how you are honestly feeling. See, and I much rather that a person, how should I say, with his viewpoints, stating how he honestly feels, as opposed to one of his handpicked Negroes, like Eric Adams. Yeah, Eric Adams, I'm talking about you, okay? Who will sit up there and try to tell us that a bowel movement does not
No,
stink.
he was not convicted of federal charges.
Who is
Wait,
not
that's for the
convicted
election
of
interference. Sorry, Shabaka.
who?
That was for
Eric
the election
Adams.
interference. He was for federal charges. Let me see about the 34 counts.
Yeah.
While y'all looking that up, I got a little clip for you real quick, if you don't mind.
Okay.
A pardon from President Trump, according to a whistleblower who spoke to House Democrats. The co-conspirator of the late convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein is serving a 20-year prison sentence. House Judiciary Committee ranking member Jamie Raskin demanded the administration release information about the communication application and called on President Trump to reject her request. A Trump administration spokesperson says the White House does not comment on potential clemency requests. The whistleblowers, whose identity the committee has not revealed, also alleges that Maxwell is getting special treatment in prison, including customized meals, permission to go to the exercise area after hours, and time to play with a puppy that was being trained.
Yeah, literally, Camp Snoopy.
Maxwell's commutation efforts come after several communications from the president.
Camp Snoopy.
Sound like she at summer camp.
Yeah, up there with Camp Snoopy. Ain't that nice?
Okay, so
you know what I'm saying?
So Gemini says the conviction.
Check this out.
It's something I haven't thought about. It's really something. It's something I'm allowed to do it, but it's something I have not thought about. But you wouldn't rule it out. Why has the dollar? Why has?
He said he ain't ruled it out.
Okay, so the answer is no.
He ain't thought about it. Well, check this out. If she got the goods on him, he better let her out. And check this out. That's probably why she was. You know, I believe they've been playing chess from the very beginning. They probably from the very beginning told her, sit back, relax, and we're gonna send you a puppy to play with, and we'll let and you be back in the mansion in no time at all. Don't even worry about it. Just keep your mouth shut, you know.
And you could be there at Camp Snoopy.
Yeah, and then they execute Epstein's lookalike, and that's shady as hell too, because they say the camera that was aimed at the cell wasn't working. It was streaming, but it wasn't recording. And then the cell across from them, they put some kind of stuff up in front of their like cardboard in front of the window to block their view, but they saw it anyway. You know, but I think that was an imposter, or not imposter. What do you call it? A doppelganger. So they get rid of the doppelganger. They send him back to the island. They have her sitting over there for a little while, and he's playing dodgeball. Wait a minute, hold on. When I say he, I mean he playing dodgeball big time. You know, with this Epstein thing. I mean, it's almost like he should have just ignored it. But the way he put attention on it is like, come on, you make yourself look guilty doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My. Yeah.
Shabaka, to answer your question, it's not federal, state.
Okay. So he was convicted by the state, not no federal conviction.
Correct.
Okay, but regardless, though, he is still a convicted felon in the state of New York. So
yeah, on business fraud.
Okay, so which means is the precedent that he set is that you could be a convicted felon at the state level and still be president.
Correct. The conviction was for falsifying business records and degree. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
The conviction was in falsifying business records and degree in connection with the scheme to conceal a hush money payment made near the end of the 2016 presidential campaign.
And that was to his prostitute at the time.
Stormy Daniels.
Stormy Daniels, the stripper and porn star that he was doing his tricks with. So he wanted to hush her up, so he go ahead and give her some money, and then and now he want to hush up the hush money.
Right. Okay, all righty.
I wonder how much did they pay Ghislaine Maxwell to be quiet? Oh, that's right. She gets her life. She get her life plus freedom. Ha ha.
Okay.
And Shabaka, the election interference case, that was federal.
Okay.
But they threw it out. Remember, they were both dismissed.
Ah, how convenient. They were both dismissed. Now, let me ask you this. Now, with the dismissal, it was the judge that threw it out, right?
Yeah, the Supreme Court or state
Supreme Court.
Oh,
the state Supreme Court of New York threw it out.
Yes.
Okay, so more cronyism. Okay, so more hypocrisy of these oaths that they swore to uphold the constipation of the United States and the constipation of the kangaroo state for the kangaroo court. Is that a fair assessment?
If you pronounce it right, yes.
Okay. Now, keep in mind, I'm not the most educated person that there is, but however, I do understand that 2 plus 2 equals 4 and not 5. I do understand that 2 plus 2 equals 4 and not 3. So what we have here, ladies and gentlemen, you and the general public, they are pissing on your head, telling you it's rain. They are defecating on you, telling you it's snow, but you still got a convicted felon as your chief executive. Talk about kangaroo courts, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. But they expect us, John Q. Citizen, to believe in them 100%. In other words, what we have here is like what George Orwell said. Police guard, you are chosen for superior brawn and lack of intelligence, and I know the word is intelligence, okay, and you will be suspicious of everyone, prepared to give your life for Big Brother, the leader you have never seen. Ladies and gentlemen, the hypocrisy is real. That's like Ronald Reagan with his Grecian formula and his special effects of crazy glue. My. I mean, Hollywood could not have done a better job, okay, which is the land of illusion, okay, that's forcing this inclusion of alternative agendas, right? But as soon as we sit up here and talk about a 10-point program of self-sufficiency and justice and equitable wealth distribution, then we are called racist, idiots, all kind of stuff. This is incredible, ladies and gentlemen.
And I'll be throwing 3-Eye Atlas in the background there.
Yeah. Let's talk about 3-Eye Atlas. So what do y'all think it is? I don't think it's a comment.
The 3-Eye Atlas I believe that this is some stinky bird, NASA bird, hidden
It's supposed to be from a
Mr.
whole other star system, Shabaka.
It's a what?
It's not. It's the inner. That's why it's called 3i Atlas. It's from a whole nother star system. It's
Really?
not from our solar system. It's from a whole nother star system, and it's been exhibiting things that a comet does not exhibit. A comet has a tail. This doesn't have a tail. A comet doesn't change 2-3 different colors. This thing has changed at least 3 colors.
Okay.
A comet, when it comes to the heliosphere of the sun, it usually burns up.
Really?
This thing is not burning up. It's like it got jet fuel off the sun.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's like it powered up from the sun.
Okay, so maybe they're using solar energy. Who knows? Maybe it's Captain Kirk coming back in time.
It might be the Federation, Shabaka. It might be, like I said, it's not from the star system.
But you know, they got transmissions, I believe, back in the 70s, and they're thinking that the transmission. They think okay, but they thinking that the
I think you're talking about culture.
Okay, but they're like a message to Earth from outer space, and
you're talking about the wow signal.
Okay, yeah, and they're thinking it came from 3i Atlas. You know,
is that right?
Well, somebody said that on the internet, but I was thinking it probably got 3 eyes because it say 3i. No. But for real, it would
be Captain Kirk.
If you turn it around, it's AI 3.
It might be
because the Atlas is the A, and then you got 3IA, and I'm like, that's AI. Because they already told us that they were going to do Project Bluebeam and make it look like an alien invasion. And what did they just forget? The people forget. I mean, they were told in advance. I think what happened was we can still hear you, Jess. I think what happened was that Trump hit him with the neuralizer, and that didn't work. Take their mind off the Epstein files. He say, I think it's for the alien invasion, y'all.
Okay.
If he can't get us in a war first, because like if he get us in a war first before the election, that means there can't be no election because there's a war going on. He'll do anything in the world to stay in power until they cover him with that with the whatever flag he from. Oh, the Confederate flag. That's right. When they cover him with the Confederate flag.
Okay. Now, keep in mind, people, is that no president has not been removed from office or convicted in an impeachment. So, the part of the impeachment with the conviction of the president being removed from office is yet to happen. Now, I remember people well over 50 years ago, over 50 years, there was a crooked bastard by the name of Richard Nixon that stated, ladies and gentlemen, the American people have a right to know if their president is a crook. I'm not a crook. Now, what had happened is that the Congress had selected the vice president by the name of Gerald Ford when Spiro Agnew was accused of some crooked stuff when he was the governor of the great state of Maryland. So Spiro Agnew resigned as the vice president. Then they had this congressman from Michigan named Gerald Ford, who became the vice president, who was not elected. Then Tricky saw the handwriting on the wall and resigned from office, Gerald Ford became the president, and Gerald Ford's official action of what he did was that he had pardoned Tricky from any federal convictions and or crimes committed. So which means, ladies and gentlemen, this is chess, not checkers. So once again, they had urinated on your head, defecated on you, telling you that it is rain and that it is snow. And you got these dumb bunnies who are going along believing the same nonsense. Very, very interesting. It really is. It is very, very interesting here, ladies and gentlemen.
And speaking of which, Shabaka, I mean, he's showing how irresponsible he is. Yet people still let him play with fireworks and stuff. Like, well, in other words, like this here. Let's hear from him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There you go.
I have instructed the Department of War to start testing our nuclear weapons on an equal basis.
I mean, I know exactly what we're doing, where we're doing it, but other countries are doing it, and if other countries do it, we do it.
Could we just actually do foreign policy some way other than by free social posts? This is bizarre.
Bombs away.
And that's not the only criticism from Democrats, who say resuming testing will violate international treaties that have been in place for decades.
It's just another example of Donald Trump and Republican policies going too far, being divorced from reality.
Secretary of War Pete Hegseth says the U.S. is not seeking conflict with Russia or China and sees resuming testing as a necessary deterrent.
I think it makes nuclear conflict less likely, and America will ensure that we have the most capable nuclear arsenal so that we maintain peace through strength. That's what this is.
The U.S., China, and Russia stopped testing nuclear weapons in the 1990s, but Russia recently unveiled new nuclear-capable weapons, and China is rapidly expanding its nuclear capabilities. Reason some military experts believe resuming testing is justified.
There's no real pressure for them to actually rein it in unless they're confronted with a strong American nuclear deterrent.
China and Russia want the U.S. to refrain from any nuclear tests, and Iran is now calling America a nuclear-armed bully and a serious threat to international peace. In Washington, Rebecca Cow.
My. Okay. So with all these deranged, psychotic, neurotic individuals in position of power has just jeopardized the whole damn planet. My.
Global concern after posting on social media that he's ordered the Department of War to start testing our nuclear weapons. Trump says the move is meant to match countries like Russia, marking what could be the first U.S. nuclear test in more than 30 years. The U.S. has observed a moratorium on these tests since 1992, but the president insists it's appropriate given other nations' actions. The White House has not clarified those comments. Nevada officials say they were taken by surprise by President Trump's announcement, but that they opposed any efforts to restart testing. Senior political reporter Steve Sebelius has that story.
There have been more than...
No, boy, oh boy.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Well, with President Donald Trump saying he wants to immediately resume nuclear testing, Nevada lawmakers are saying no way.
Nuclear detonations took place over 50 years, not only to ensure America's arsenal was functional, but to test new weapon designs. But the effects of above-ground tests had health consequences, not just for workers, but for those downwind of the testing. Congressman Stephen Horsford, whose district includes the Nevada National Security Site.
Okay, y'all heard that? I mean, health concerns and of course, blowing up stuff concerns, and when all that dust and stuff gets in the air, and I know just from the construction around here, they blow stuff up on a small scale, and then you can't even breathe around here. All that rock and dust up in the air, you know. Now they talking about like doing it like that.
My. And then, so that there is happening out there in the great state of Nevada, huh? Okay. The great state of Nevada.
He called for it right away.
Yeah. And that there would be at a place called Nellis Air Force Base. Yep. Nellis Air Force Base.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's see what he had to say.
Nuclear tests here. Only North Korea conducts explosive testing. During a Senate hearing Thursday, Vice Admiral Richard Carell, a nominee to head the U.S. Strategic Command, told Nevada Senator Jackie Rosen he trusts America's testing regime.
Oh, he does some bullshit. You know, it's like Trump must have sent his best salesman out there to pitch this idea. Hell with that. You know? Yeah. Say here, we all know it's a catastrophe waiting to happen, but make it look good, fellas. And he talking about he trusted. As soon as he say he trusted, I might turn him off immediately. You know?
This is bad.
Ain't no way in hell you gonna tell me a military general trusts any damn thing.
This is bad, people. This is really, really bad. And not only is it bad, and then also, too, this atomic museum that they have there, if that there is in Las Vegas, I'm going to try to get out there and take a look at it.
Yep. Gotta be. Yep. Las Vegas. That's it. That's just saying.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So when I get back there, I'll have to check it out. You know what I'm saying? You know, see what I can find out about it. Yeah, that's Sin City. That there's the infamous Las Vegas sign. The Stardust no longer stands. The Pioneer's still there. Oh, that's old Las Vegas.
Oh, really? So that's what you call old?
Yeah, that's Fremont Street before they made the Fremont Mall.
Was that Old Testament Las Vegas?
Yes. Yes. Because you had Fremont Street, Indian Springs. Yeah, see, man, I remember them type of Greyhounds. Yeah, on Highway 95. Yeah, Nevada test
site. And that's a big ass area. You could be hiking through there and not know. You know?
Exactly.
What if you was hiking through the mountains?
Okay, but that's just it though, Lightning. That there is not Las Vegas. You are now entering the Nevada test site. No trespassing by order of the United States Department. Here, Atomic Energy Commission.
120 miles away from Las Vegas, but look at that whole area. That whole area is huge, you know?
Yeah, Mercury, Nevada.
It looked like a whole state. Oh, I guess it is a state. It's the state of Mercury.
Yeah, yeah, the Silver State, as they call it.
The state of chaos.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. You know, without a doubt.
Nevada testing site area 23, Camp Mercury. There you go. What you just said. Yeah.
And then from what I understand, you know, everything out there is classified, highly classified, you know what I'm saying, and more. You see? Because they was doing nuclear tests above ground there in the 1950s. Then they started doing the underground testing, I think, about the late 60s, early 70s, when everybody was getting conscious of the ecology. You see? And then that's why we need more water from the Colorado River to go into Lake Mead to steal Colorado's water as those glaciers melt.
Oh, I got the footage of what it was testing and just to see what, you know, the effects and stuff like that there. And they got these guys standing out there and they all got cancer.
Yeah. And then not to mention the fact when they dropped the atomic bomb on Hiroshima, and then they dropped another one on Nagasaki. And Truman was the president at that time that gave the order and told the Japanese government at that time, if you don't surrender, they're going to drop a third bomb, and they were going to drop it on Tokyo. And then that's when Emperor Hirohito made that classic statement. We must bear the unbearable.
Wow.
And my question is, and Dumb Bunny Sarge, if you out there, you no good scoundrel, giving us that fake email address. I had asked you directly, Sarge, is why they did not drop those damn things on Munich and Berlin.
And look at that. That's from underground. It blew up from underground and caused devastation like that above.
Yeah.
That's all concrete and steel, too. Look at that. Rebarb.
Uh-huh.
Twisted metal, as they say.
My.
Twisted rebar.
And ladies and gentlemen, and this is what your tax dollars goes on. Your tax dollars goes on this. But you got blind, obedient dump bunnies who believe that this crook and this convicted felon could do nothing wrong. But one thing I will say, but at least he is stating how he honestly feels and acting like he honestly feels. Are there any lies detected?
Yeah, they're doing too many shuffling to be seen, you know. I mean, soon as you get ready to look back toward the Epstein files, they say, "Look up, there's a UFO."
How convenient.
And say, don't pay no attention to the UFO. I'm over here tinkering around with bombs. So
okay, just like in that movie called The Wizard of Oz, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Right. Yep.
Wow. Yucca-fellats.
Japan.
Yeah, I just noticed that. Japantown. So that's them giving a notch to themselves of dropping the atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Yep, ain't that something? That's like a direct insult.
I would say.
Yeah, a slap in the face. Area 41. Wait a minute, let me back it up. Was that Area 41? Let me see. What it say? Okay, Area 4. Yucca Flat. Yucca Flats, Japantown. This is Japantown. Yeah.
Yucca Flats. Okay.
Yucca Flats, okay.
So what you have here, ladies and gentlemen, is mad science. Mad science. These dudes are so brilliant and know so much about mathematics and electromagnetic energy that they are diabolical.
For sure.
This is monstrous.
Well, they're bringing it back.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
He preparing for war. I mean, real war, where all the presidents try to avoid war and be diplomatic, and he wants to make sure they shrug off that presidential election.
To suspend the election, to keep him in power indefinitely.
Yeah, well, some kind of new charges are coming up on him, aren't there? Jesse, don't y'all heard about something new charges where they bringing Trump up on some more charges? They talking about put this man in jail, you know? Shit, he should be sitting up there with an ankle monitor on. White House arrest.
Well, they could move him out here to Alcatraz.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there to Alcatraz Island. You know?
Yeah,
look at that.
And let Al Pacino be his warden. He really don't like him.
Yeah, wow. So any comments there, Brother Parrish from Denver? Okay, Brother Che, you with us?
I think you must be trying to communicate and we can't hear you, Brother Shay. I hear something.
Okay. But it's just incredible of how they use these devices for destruction. Look at the size of the crater.
And look at that. They're the craters right there that they want to say they went to the moon.
Yeah, current radioactive levels. Since 1990. Man, that there is over 30 years ago.
Sedan crater, Yucca Flat.
Yucca Flats.
Oh, Yucca Flat.
Mm-hmm. Wow. And they just going out there just doing this stuff right here. Everybody's doing what they're told. Nobody's questioning the morality of this. Nobody's questioning of just how much damage this will do to the planet.
And look, they going down in there with no mask and stuff and getting cancer and stuff. Don't they know?
Yeah, and wondering what happened.
On a nice little joyride.
Yeah, this is insanity, ladies and gentlemen. This is insanity. But they will sit up there and try to rationalize this darn stuff.
Yeah.
See, people, you have to ask yourself this question. If the whole world was crazy and you was the only sane one, who would be defined as the crazy one? When you look at this monstrosity that you see right here, and you have this current chief executive, right, who is irrational, who is a multiple count convicted felon, what type of morals is this?
Yeah, absolutely none.
Yeah, precisely my point. What type of morals do you have with this? Yucca Flats, Japantown, and I would imagine that these are all these buildings that they constructed just to see what they did. And I remember, man, as a kid, Dynamite, when you had shows, when you had shows like the Outer Limits, the Twilight Zone, they'll talk about this type of stuff.
Oh yeah, but somebody will be be living in one of them houses, go to one of them little towns, not knowing that joint getting ready to get blown up.
Yeah, exactly. Getting ready to be devastated off the planet.
Yeah, one of them Twilight Zone joints where you walk in there and say, "Now ain't nobody in this town." I guess not.
Yeah, and I remember. And I remember when they had this stuff called civil defense, and they was having everybody build a bomb shelter and put all kind of canned goods in it and all that old type of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, this is prior to the Vietnam conflict. You could tell by the cars. This is definitely the late 1950s, early 60s.
Even the mannequins.
Yeah. And they got people up here witnessing this stuff.
Them the damn fools right there, they got the cancer from it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Look at this. Look at this.
It's like, what the point of painting it?
Look at that. Now,
and that's at a
the
distance.
Earth,
it's not even a direct hit. That's just a distance.
Yeah.
That's the shock wave.
Yeah. Now ask yourself this here, people. What is the long-term effects of this stuff? Now keep in mind that this was in the 50s. The 1950s, they did that. So that's been almost 75 years ago.
They're supposed to have some wild dogs running around Chernobyl that's like, man,
Yeah, and
mutated.
Yeah, and they ain't never put the lid on top of Chernobyl, has it?
I don't know, but they talking about they got mutated dogs running around.
I believe it. I remember when they had the Chernobyl incident, man, in the 1980s, I believe.
Like green dogs, you know?
Probably.
Yeah,
Now, this is probably why you got all these people out here going crazy.
Yeah, everybody looking like that family in West Virginia, the inbred family, the Whitakers.
Yeah.
This is Apple II structure, Yucca Flats, Area 1.
Nothing but desert. And that there looks like the B-52, I believe. So all of this here, from what I look at the map of Nevada, this here takes up the majority of what they would call Nye County.
Man, look
NYE.
at that rising. Goodness gracious, that's the land just rising.
Yeah, mad, mutually assured destruction. Look at that. And then I do remember when they started the underground testing.
I was just about to say that. I was thinking about that. How's it going to affect those underground military bases, like in up there where Brother Sheikh and Nkrumah's at?
Yeah, exactly.
And we can't hear you, brother. You might want to log out and log back in because we can't hear you. Because they already underground. Now you already saw what kind of craters they created. You know.
Yeah, look at this. And all them people standing there witnessing this crap is being exposed to radiation.
Yeah.
And this is incredible, ladies and gentlemen.
Get it ready for the big reset.
Yeah.
Now, if they well, say like a Noah's Ark type situation.
Yeah.
And take all the babies, many of the little babies as they can, and then after this is all over, teach them that this never happened, that there were dinosaurs out there, and and teach them whatever you want them to think, and I think that's
deniable plausibility.
I think that's what they did. They say, hey, look. Say here, these babies, they don't know where they from. Tell them they from Africa, shoot. Or tell them they're from the Ivory Coast. Or tell the Mexican ones that they Native Americans. You know what I mean? Yeah. Whatever they want to believe.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah.
This is definitely insane. So they want us to ignore this. Then you got Google cars driving in San Francisco with no driver. Google cars.
Yeah. That's what the comedian said they was gonna do a long time ago. Cat Williams said, he said, I'm gonna be sitting in the back seat, talk to the driver.
Yeah, Google car. They projected that in a movie called with Arnold Schwarzenegger called Total Recall. Yeah.
So
yeah, where they stole his mind.
Now they done come up with another bright idea saying that they figured out what the transmissions are saying. Like, ain't that something? Like they so brilliant that they can tell you what an alien spaceship is transmitting to them. And
what's
of course
it saying?
they said
E.T. go home.
No, they say we come in peace, our space brother. Yeah, sure you
We
do.
come in peace, our
In other
space
words,
brother.
in other words, they said this is what we need to tell the public, because what they actually said is y'all look mighty tasty down there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, funny you should say that, Dynamite, because at the time that they was blowing this stuff up out there in the Nevada desert, you used to have these two shows that used to come on TV. One was called The Twilight Zone, and the other one was called The Outer Limits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember them.
yeah. Dealing just with this, you see? And then, and they got the people supposed to have blind obedience. Brother Che, you still with us?
He's still there, but maybe he's having some kind of difficulty. I could try to unmute him on this end. Unmute.
All right.
Can you try your mic now, Brother Shay? We still not hearing him. But it's all right.
Okay, so we're not hearing from our Denver office, okay? And then, of course, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, in Colorado is where they have NORAD at, you know, owned and operated by the U.S. Air Force, you know, just like Nellis Air Force Base, you know. So it's the U.S. Air Force doing all this stuff right here. And didn't Donald Duck say, man, that he was talking about having something called the United States Space Force?
Yeah, the Space Force. He must have known 3-Eye Atlas was on the way.
Okay. And then if they got this type of information that they're making available to the general public, the feds themselves probably been knowing it about it at least the last 40 years and just kept it classified.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't put nothing past them. I see Mac 285 is up there with us. Greetings there to you, Mac 285 on YouTube, I believe, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, this stuff is diabolical. It is crazy. It is an insult to our intelligence, ladies and gentlemen.
No joke. Yeah, but the thing about it is, just because the people put him in power don't mean that he can just keep on doing this stuff. And the people got to get him out of power, you know, or at least say no, put on the brakes.
Yeah,
you know?
but these are all his cronies. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, these are all his cronies. So what we got here is let's make a deal. You know what I mean? Is what we got. Is let's make a deal. You know? This is insane. It really, really is insane, people. It really is. So, what has happened is here in the early 21st century, the first quarter of the 21st century, ladies and gentlemen, is that it has become morally bankrupt. Nobody has any morals anymore. No morals whatsoever. So, how is the general public supposed to react to all that? And that's a nice view of the Golden Gate Bridge.
A shining example to them, though.
Yeah.
That's just how the missiles gonna come in too, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know. We're used to seeing movies of foreign wars. They're not used to seeing it hit us like that.
Mm-hmm.
And multiple strikes, just like they did over in that last time when they was striking Israel.
Mm-hmm.
It was coming too many coming at one time, you know.
Yeah.
Multiple targets.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
All right. Do you got any other comments or topics you want to bring up here, Dynamite?
What else did we miss here? Well, all the cover up. That's all. Just the cover ups coming from the Cash Patel and Bondi, like they Trump's private hit force, you know.
Okay,
Instead
his
of
goon squad.
yeah, his private goon squad. So it's like,
Okay.
man, we don't need it, you know. We
No,
need
we
the real
don't.
justice, and for all these people to be run up out of there. I don't know which amendment it is, but I know on the impeachment, I believe they get rid of all of his cabinet, don't they?
No, they removed. Okay. Now what we're talking about, Dynamite, is in theory. Okay, it's because no president has ever been removed from our office. But the theory is, if the
I
president
mean,
is
Nixon.
removed from office,
Nixon, he
okay,
was going to be
then the vice president takes over as the president.
okay. Well, you know, like I say, Nixon, he was removed.
Yeah, and I think what will happen is that the Speaker of the House would be bumped up to the vice president. And then the House would have a Speaker pro tem who would be the temporary Speaker while they go ahead to select another Speaker of the House, if I have that theory correct. But Brother Che would know
You
more
know,
know
that's
would know more
what
about that than I would.
what we looking at there too. That's just like we don't even have to be under attack. We got people that inexperienced with these bombs and stuff getting ready to start testing them. And this could happen. This could happen in the United States city just from them testing.
Yeah, look at San Francisco wiped off.
And then Russia said they gonna follow. They gonna do accordingly, in Putin's words.
Yeah, and top of the Golden Gate Bridge. Boy, you don't want to be on that bridge if something like that ever happens.
Oh yeah, not to mention that. What about the Andreas Fault?
Oh, the San Andreas Fault?
Yeah, it might
Oh,
just
yeah.
it
Oh,
triggered.
yeah. Like I told you, if you fly in a plane from San Francisco to Los Angeles, you can see it. And vice versa. If you're flying from Los Angeles to San Francisco in the daytime, you can see it.
What was it in between?
Yeah, in other words, you'll see the huge fault line in the California's landscape.
You don't feel it when you cross it, like driving from Vegas to you know. San
No, sir.
Francisco?
What happens is lightning, when an earthquake come, right?
No,
That
not the
means
earthquake. I'm talking about the fault. You don't like drive over it.
yeah, you can, and you can see like let me see. Wait a minute.
They should have a
But
bridge over it or something, because they don't let nobody drive over that. They'd be like, man.
okay, or they probably build the interstate around it. You see what I'm saying?
So whenever it cracks, it's gonna crack, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then you can see, you know, out here in the sidewalks, the streets themselves, of how they constantly repairing, you know, Interstate 5 in California, and I would imagine 95, US 95 in Nevada, you know, due to the what they will call, quote unquote, the seismic activity, meaning the earthquake, right? So at what is that damn place where they got the earthquake meter at? At the California Institute of Technology in Pasadena, right? This is where they got all this crap at, you know, that monitors this stuff, you see. But like I said, they could impress the hell out of me, man, is when you could tell me the date, time, and a second that it's supposed to hit. You see. Other than that, you acquiesce yourself, man, to thanking God for another day, because you
Yep.
don't know when this quake is gonna happen. or how much damage it's going to do. It's that what do they call that? It's that awesome. It's that unpredictable. But then you got people says, well, I'll just go about my life, man,
This
if
is
it's
a
meant to be.
simulation.
Yeah.
A nuclear simulation. 400
Mhm.
missiles have the range of 6,000 miles and pinpoint accuracy. And it's, I guess that's written at the bottom.
Mhm.
And 30 minutes. Each Minuteman 3 missile carries 1 warhead.
Wow.
200 Minuteman 3 missiles are armed with 335 kilotons. Some got away from me. Each warhead has around 40 times the destructive power of the bombs dropped in Japan in
All right.
1945.
They have how much power, you say? How many times?
Damn, I'd have to go back.
I think you said 100 times more powerful than the atomic bomb.
Yeah.
Okay, that there's what they would call mutual assured destruction, or MAD.
Mutual assured destruction.
Mhm.
And you can see the submarines on each side.
Mhm. Now, imagine of what this crap is doing to the marine life.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Even
I
over there in
remember.
Korea, where Kim Jong-un is tearing the marine life up over there,
Now,
destroying it
here's
up.
one for you. You remember, man, in 2011, man, where they had that nuclear power plant in Japan collapse,
Yeah.
and it was kicking the radiation into the water?
Uh-huh.
There was some marine biology students, graduate students, meaning going for their PhD, right? That were saying is that you got dolphins with green eyes over here in Frisco Bay. And the tuna was mutated as well, too, because they migrate off the coast of California to the coast of Japan and back again.
Yeah.
Say,
Man, they're fucking up. Oops.
yeah. So the next time, probably the next time when you open up a can of tuna, take it up there to the nuclear physicists, man, at one of your universities in your state, rather the University of, which is federally funded, or the state university, which is state funded. And I'd be very, very curious, man, to see what type of experiments that they're coming up with that.
And look at that, with all the missiles heading toward NATO, Ukraine, Russia, and they're gonna follow suit.
Yeah. You see? It's just incredible. You know what I'm saying?
Will be following suit. All that red area right there.
Mm-hmm.
Russian Federation.
Yeah. You see? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In Africa.
Yeah, and all the raw materials for all this stuff comes from Africa, or Alkebaline.
Yeah, Akibalan. I wonder why they're gonna call that big old section right there NATO instead of its original name.
No, NATO stands for North Atlantic Treaty Organization. It was formed after World War II.
Okay, but you see that blue area right next to Russia?
Okay.
The yellow area is Ukraine. That blue area, all that blue area, and that's a lot of area. It just says NATO.
Okay, and look at the continent directly south of it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it wasn't called NATO. That's a continent. It has a name. It's right outside of Belarus and Ukraine.
Yeah, it's called Europe.
Well, all of it's Europe, right?
Yeah, except that when you get over there near India and stuff like that, then they call that the continent of Asia.
Oh, okay. And look, then that's when the attack would use a total of 252 nuclear warheads.
So in
Delivery
other
time
words,
would be around 15 minutes from launch, and silos would be hit underground bursts. So remember, trimmed ground bursts will be important later.
mm-hmm.
And looked like Russia would be at that time arming theirs.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Russia's road mobile ICBM forces comprised. I missed it. Primarily, it's at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying, when it's like two gangsters in the street, and Al Capone and Frank Nitti, and they ready to shoot at each other, and we're all in between.
Mm-hmm.
We're all in the middle, caught in the middle.
Yeah, meaning that that everybody is expendable. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why Three Eye Atlas is coming, so you can watch the fireworks. Either that or pick us up and get on up out of here. Yeah, gonna put us in the food bin.
Yeah. Well,
And they say you
like
want
with
dark meat or white meat. You know.
and you remember in the mid-'80s when Prince made that song called 1999?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Remember that. For sure.
Yeah. Everybody's gonna party like it's 1999. And then what did he say in the lyrics? Why is everybody walking around with a bomb?
Oh yeah. How about that?
Yeah, he made that there in the 80s, describing the future back then. But of course, 1999, man, that's been more than 26 years ago.
Mm-hmm. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm just worried about the fate of the world right now. It's like, man, shoot, I ain't got time to be worried about the little stuff, personal stuff, and a big old smoke screen, and keep us distracted with the what do you call it? The prison pipeline. Yeah.
Yeah, the school to prison pipeline.
Yeah, and the music too. Some
Mm-hmm.
of it. The music pipeline, the
Mm-hmm.
music to prison pipeline. Because Ice Cube. He said that. Oh, the same people that own the prisons own the music industry.
I believe it. Yeah, I've heard rumors of that. Yeah.
So they tell the
That you
artists.
got a lot of the people in the music, sports, and entertainment industries that own stock in these private prisons.
Yeah, so to tell the artists to push anarchy so that
Mm-hmm.
they can have more people in prison.
Yeah, free labor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then what's this other thing? And that homosexual agenda too? They pushing
Oh,
that
yeah.
too. I don't know why. Well, I guess so. So when they get to prison, they won't. They'll just be comfortable with that.
Lifestyle.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is diabolical.
Comfortably compromised.
Yeah.
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 And leave the women and children out here to the mercy of the courts.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, mercy of the courts. That's why they got the SNAP benefits in the first place.
Exactly.
Everybody said to hell with SNAP benefits and just go ahead and do what we got to do.
Yeah, and I told you one day I was walking down the streets of Oakland, right? And I was speaking to this woman, and she stated to me that she's quote unquote non-binary. Non-binary.
What's that? Non-binary.
In other words, this individual is confused and don't know what they call themselves.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now look at that, all that they got all that hitting Russia like Russia ain't gonna shoot back. And they not showing the destruction on the other side. On the
And then the
American
cold
side.
part about it is now here's the irony of it here.
They showing Russia like Russia just gonna sit there and get lit up.
and then here's the irony of it, Lightning, is that they got to go to the continent of so-called Africa or Cuba line or what have you to get these raw materials.
Uh-huh.
You see a connection here, sir?
Yep, they're right next to it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's what they're all fighting over.
Yep. All right, so let's go with our closing comments. And I'll start first. And we appreciate Blacc opening them, Lightning, doing this edition of Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced on his platform. And Brother Che, if you're with us, brother, your closing comments, sir. Brother Che.
He was having some kind of difficulty speaking earlier, so I guess maybe he can't. So
okay, all right.
Give yours.
Okay, all right. So anyway, this is Shabakas and Corey, with the one and only Dynamite. I'm signing off from Oakland, California.
Oh, I thought you were gonna give your closing comments.
Yeah, that is my closing comments. The world is going crazy, man. It's 1999. Yes, yeah, although it was a few years off, but here in 2025, only Lord knows what 2026 is going to bring in.
Well, heal the hearts and the minds of the people, so they have enough sense to vote anarchy out and peace and sensibility in. That's my closing comments.
All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So appreciate you all from tuning in, those that did. And please share this episode far and wide on your social media.
And we'll be here next Tuesday, Lord willing. Same black time, same black station, 9 p.m. on the East Coast. And what's that on the West?
Okay, it will be 6 p.m. on the West.
6 p.m. on the West. And I'll be here Thursday and Saturday, 7 p.m.
Okay.
Black
House. And definitely check out Dynamite.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely check out Dynamite.
Black Ophenham Lion TV. That'd be Black Revolutionary Block Party on Saturday and Black Revolutionary Hotline on Thursday. 7 o'clock both times.
Yes, sir.
All right, now. All right, okay. Shabaka. Thanks for rocking it and keeping the people on point,
Yes, sir. Okay. Signing off from Oakland, California, the birthplace of the Blacc Panther Party. Take care.
Black powerful.